Welcome back to Not Man Enough Podcast, and we've got Trin and Matt in studio. It seems like
I'm sorry, I looked really ticked off there. I looked like I hated being here. I'm happy.
I can't really tell because the microphone's like blocking your face.
You should pull that.
There we go. There's that ugly face.
Yeah.
No,
Ugly mug.
Yeah. Something is different, though.
Yeah.
It is different.
I've lost.
I don't know why I looked at the screen like it was the camera's on me.
Anyway, yeah.
Does your face feel lighter?
It actually does. It felt way colder, too. Like the
I
cold
can
got
imagine.
colder.
Yeah, you kind of chose a weird time of the year to shave.
Yeah.
Like,
So the initial reason that I lost the beard completely was when you sit in your house for days on end when you're snowed in, and by the end of it you just feel disgusted with yourself. I was like, I need to do something, and so I just shaved. So
your idea was I need to do something with this face.
yeah, because my beard was looking nappy.
You could have showered.
I did both. Yeah. Well, the beard was starting to look nappy, and so I just got rid of it.
You could have trimmed it, but
it was also itchy.
Yeah, I get it. I just think it's funny you said the time of year. Like I just imagine it's like July. He's gonna like really grow. He's gonna be like long hair,
be wearing flannels in the middle of summer. Yeah.
Never let them know.
No shave move. July, guys.
Yeah. No shave July. What cancer is this for? I don't know. Skin cancer. Yeah. That's why I'm wearing a flannel in summer.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We should.
Skin cancer covers as much of your body as possible. cover up month, and it's basically everybody looks like they live in Iran. Anyway.
A woman in Iran.
Woman, yeah, sure. Yeah.
Well, men cover up in Iran too.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Do they?
I mean, more than.
I don't know.
What's the garb?
Most Arkansans,
True.
What's that garb called that they wear?
I think it's dresses.
No. It's something.
I had it a while ago, like when we first mentioned it. Like it was in my.
Keep wanting to say kebab, but I know that's about it.
Food.
You're thinking of like a person that stands on the corner advertising for a restaurant.
Yeah. No, it's I know what you're talking about though. It's like the male version of the burqa kind of stuff.
It's a burqa. That's
what he's
word
talking about. The woman one, I think. The burqa.
I was thinking of a burqa.
But I didn't know that there was a man wear.
That's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
But men wear it's like coat looking. I don't know. It looks the same, but it's like for men.
Jedi robes.
Yeah, it looks like Jedi robes. That's a good
Actually, maybe they're onto something. If I could wear Jedi robes every day.
That reminds me of when Australia people answered their religion as Jedi. You remember that?
Yeah.
A few years ago?
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Oh, quick mention before I forget. We've had a lot of people asking, and I understand why. Is like we haven't had Sam on the podcast in a while. He has stepped away from the podcast for a little while, but we hope to have him on as guest still. Like have him in on the episodes and stuff. So we look forward to having him back on. But I know people have been asking, and it's like look, he stepped away for now, and so that's where we're at. That's really it. So yeah.
Sorry, there's no juicy story. It's not
just really some major story or anything to give with it. Anyway, yeah. So what's been going on, y'all's? Okay, besides the storm being stuck and ice and snow and all that, what's been going on? Y'all got anything?
I mean, that really is it. Yeah. I mean, honestly,
pretty much that's just been like life this past week and a half. Yeah. It's like, look, people up north are probably listening to this and like, oh, y'all just don't even know. Like, we get snow all the time. Do you drive on an ice rink every day? Like,
snow is so different.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Like, I've just seen so many people from north like driving trucks as a truck driver, and they think they have it, and they end up in the middle of the interstate stuck, jackknifed in the middle of a ditch or something.
There's nothing that can there's people who suck at driving no matter any conditions, rain, whatever, and snow. Like, there's times where you get like little bits of snow here in the South, and everybody like loses their mind, and it's like, okay, it's an inch of snow, like chill out, like the roads will be clear by the afternoon,
right?
But there's literally nothing you can do when it's 3 inches of ice.
Yeah. and not like
No, you start spinning out. What are you gonna do if you don't have chains? I understand. Like if you're like, well, we have the equipment. I got chains or something.
This isn't the movie Cars where it's like, oh, I just turn my wheel the other way and I'll get back on the road. It's like, no, you're in the ditch and you're done.
You get to a point, where it just doesn't matter what you do.
Yeah.
There's nothing your feet or your hands can do that is making that vehicle stop.
Yeah.
I drive trucks, and there was one stop that I had a few years ago that like I pulled into a parking lot that I had to deliver in. And when I pulled in, you had to kind of flip it around, and like I started spinning out. But the problem is my truck didn't stop moving. And so like my tractor, every time it moved, it was moving closer to the trailer, like jackknifing into the side of the trailer. And I'm like, what do you, like, you can't do anything. Like, it's just, I finally did get out of it.
Yeah.
Bleach.
Did you jump out and start pushing?
Yeah, I pushed it back up the hill.
Pushing your truck.
Yeah.
Like, don't hit the trailer.
Well, I was getting awfully close to like a field. I was just going to slide off in the middle of a field because it was angled. Like, it was just so frustrating. I was there for like 45 minutes to an hour trying to get out of it. And then I finally dropped the bags on my tractor. If you know, you know. And then like just kind of got it lower to the ground. I don't know if that really helped, but it seemed to. And then I poured bleach all over my rear.
Are you talking about, is that those on the back? You see it especially on dump trucks. Those like rubber black things that look like they're full of air. You can release air. Is that what you're talking about? Drop the bags?
Yeah, it's like, so your suspensions ran off of like air compression.
Okay, yeah,
off of air tanks, and so yeah, you can actually drop that, and so I don't know. It seemed to help. I don't know.
So basically, you're on what are those? The low riders. Basically, you got that thing going on.
That's actually, when I pulled out of there in celebration, I started getting the hydraulics going.
Yeah. Watching a semi.
Just in the seat.
Hey, if you're a bad enough shifter in a semi, you can actually do that.
I've seen some guys taking off from like parking lots and stuff. They're just jerking them around. It's always fun to watch.
Man, I tell you what, I wish that I do not like the new, like all the technology in tractors. I'd rather go back to the manual. But anyway,
this week was interesting though because all three of us drive trucks. Not all three of us drive semis.
Yeah,
but me and you drive box trucks. You drive semi, so it was kind of funny this week. We were like calling each other all the time, like, "You okay? You making it out there?"
Dude, it did suck.
It was.
Me and Matt ended up at the same stop today. I mean, not today. We're at the same stop today.
Yeah,
in the studio. It was it Thursday?
Yeah, Thursday.
And having one of the funniest things happen that I think has happened. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Do we want to tell that story?
I don't care.
Yeah,
I didn't say anything bad. So.
No, it was worth. I feel like it was worth telling. I mean, y'all were there. You gotta tell it.
Yeah. Well, it started off with I started to walk up to you. I saw you pull in, and I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna say hi to him." I start walking up, and I'm like, "Okay, there's a crazy dude standing." I thought the guy was working with you, and I was like, "Oh, they gave him help," and then I saw the guy's outfit, and was like, "Okay, that guy does not work with him." So.
He was an interesting character.
The funny part of this is I was on the phone with Matt, and I could overhear the whole entire conversation. And it took me a good bit to realize that there were three people talking, and it wasn't. And Matt and my dad were not the two main people speaking.
This guy was not going to be denied his conversation.
No. Which is funny too, because it was like 25 degrees outside.
Yeah.
And he's just
I distinctly remember you want to hear a joke, and then he starts telling this joke, and then there was no punchline, and I was disappointed because it didn't make me laugh. I wasn't even there.
I told him maybe this was bad, but I lied to him and told him it was a great joke. It would help me make it through the rest of the day, so you can go in peace.
I didn't hear that part.
I didn't say go in peace, but I said something. I don't remember.
Because he said he'll go after he tells.
Yeah, he's like, I'll leave y'all alone after a joke, and I was like, dude, just tell the joke.
Yeah,
like, just please.
And then he's like, oh, y'all didn't find that funny, and I'm like,
the longest
like, it just sounded
ever.
Like a life story that was really depressing.
Just told us a depressing life story, and then just was like, all right.
He's like, it basically was like, you want to hear a joke? So there's one time I got divorced.
That's literally that was the joke.
That was basically the joke.
I felt bad.
Basically the joke.
It was
like,
interesting. It was
that guy needs some. I was telling Trent after left there, like I said, I was on the phone with him, and I was like, those are the kind of guys that I'm like, man, you need to like go hang out with some people. Like you need to get around people. Like you've been alone way too long.
Yeah, I actually felt bad for him, and it was like, man, it was just a situation where it's like the guy was like literally trying to grab stuff off my truck and stuff.
Like I said, the reason this was so funny
like,
to me is that for the first like 40 seconds this was going on, I genuinely thought this was a conversation taking place between you and you two. Like, I didn't realize there was a third person. And I'm like, what is my dad talking about? Why is he telling us this isn't a joke? This happened. No.
Anyway.
Well, something. So have y'all seen this? I just learned about this last night. So did y'all know we were going back to the moon?
I was going to bring this up. I'm glad you did.
I have heard this,
and we're going soon.
I haven't looked at like an actual story on it.
Yeah, the time frame is like February 6th through like the 1st of April.
Yeah.
So it's like,
and we're
within the next month or so, the crew's probably being sent.
We are launching.
Hold on, this year.
Yes,
nobody's talking about
like
this.
No,
next
it's crazy.
week. There could be people headed toward the moon.
Now we do have to understand they are not landing.
Headed toward the moon.
They are not landing on the moon though.
They're orbiting,
they're circling and then coming back, but they are
without a ship.
No, they're just free flying,
slingshotting their bodies around. We're gonna catch them on re-entry.
But you know what kind of wigs me out about this is me and my wife just recently watched Apollo 13 with
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks, thank you. And I'm just like, man, I really hope that doesn't happen again. Because I think that was the last time we tried to go.
What do you think? So if we, if they go and land, like whatever, orbit the moon, even if they orbit the moon and come back, like
I want some high def pictures of that flag.
Well, do you think people, like, what do you think will happen?
I don't think that people are going to believe that.
I don't think they
First
will.
of all, they're going to think that we launched a fake item into the what is conceived as atmosphere, but not really, because the Earth is flat.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I honestly do think that people are so pessimistic now and so untrusting that it does not matter if you say that people did it and you got the video or whatever. I mean, and I get it, like, to a certain degree because of AI and stuff, but it's like, I think tons of people aren't going to believe it just because it's like the cool thing not to believe.
I actually cannot wait for this to happen because I know Candace Owens is going to
I
release some banger stuff, man. It's going to be great.
And in light of that, we're talking about Slander.
Good segue.
Yeah. No, I'm actually really interested in that. I would love to see us go back to the moon.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I would like them to make it affordable so I can go.
But is it American? Like, is it just strictly American? What happened?
It's I believe it's Americans. Yeah, I mean NASA. I know that.
Yeah, I don't.
Is it NASA or is it someone else?
Yeah, no, it's NASA. I'm pretty sure
It
is
is
who's
NASA.
over it. Yeah,
But I think Elon Musk is involved.
Yeah,
is it SpaceX?
I mean, it has to be.
Well,
somewhat.
they've been testing his boosters that can return. They've been testing those more and more, and I think part of the reason is that.
I mean, I assume it has to be some kind of SpaceX involvement. I hadn't dug into it much, but just because it's like, has NASA even launched a rocket since?
No,
I mean, since
they stopped doing it. Yeah.
Well, they got those people stranded in space.
Yeah, but that's because they were using Boeing's technology, which is an American company that apparently just fell off.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not doing so hot.
No, that definitely.
Didn't Boeing get the new jet contract though?
Probably.
Because they always make our jets though. They do pretty good.
No, what's that other company? There's another company.
Lockheed Martin?
Yeah, I think it's them.
Yeah, might be. Lockheed Martin is who made the F-35, I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure it's Lockheed Martin.
Yeah.
Anyway, getting into our subject. Yeah, so I think that this is something that's kind of been on my mind for a while, and I think all of our minds, but especially recently, and we've talked about it here and there on the podcast, but it's the idea of, as Christians, how do we interact with social media and everything else? Now it's like you can be heard by millions, and I mean, just any guy can get on TikTok or YouTube or you name it, right? And it's like you can be heard by millions, and you can throw out anything that you want. You can say anything you want or whatever with hardly any repercussions. And so it's like, as Christians, how do we interact with that and not fall into that trap of slander? Because slander's all over the internet. It's really out of control. And now we're seeing within the confessing church, those who profess Christ, it's rampant. It's just rampant online. It's people don't think the best of others. They take stuff out of context. I mean, we see that all the time, things taken out of context, and just these accusations, assumptions just thrown. And so I think that needs to be talked about, because as the church is moving forward and technology is advancing, now we have AI that can make fake videos. It's like, this could get out of control really quick. And I feel like the church needs to really speak to this with their members, because I don't. It's and the sermon that you sent us of Alistair Begg.
Yeah.
And he was quoting what's his name? Guy that wrote a lot of books.
Paul.
No. Although he probably does quote Paul. He was quoting Jerry Bridges. Jerry Bridges. And he was saying, it's one of those acceptable sins of Christians.
Oh, yeah.
And that's fact. I mean, it's just, all of us are guilty of it. We've done it at one time or another. But now you have, you've got X, you've got all these factors. And it's like, people are willing to put anything out there without consideration of, is it true? Is it good for that person? Not to mention they're completely going roundabout they're just like ignoring the fact of, hey, confront a person one-on-one and all these things. Like, I understand if it's a public sin, then publicly it has to be dealt with. I get that stuff. But it's like, there's no kind of like, effort. I mean, we saw it recently with Kirk Cameron, right? It's like Kirk Cameron's questioning, like, is hell forever? Not, oh, he's a heretic. He means this and this and this, and he doesn't believe in punishment. All this stuff. And it's like, no, that's not actually what he's saying.
Yeah, it goes a lot further than that now too online.
Yeah.
Of you see where it's like with Charlie Kirk, you could say at the very least people are interacting with something he actually said. Whereas like now it's just kind of like just thrown out there, or it's not even something.
He's a time traveler.
Yeah. I mean literally like it's not even something like this whole idea nowadays of like where it's just acceptable to release private texts and private phone calls and all this stuff like that, leaking all this stuff of like within these communities of so-called Christians and everything that you see this going on. You see it happen to pastors and stuff like that, and it'll be things that aren't even like, I would understand if like, okay, there's some kind of big like sin issue or something like that, but even then if it's a private text message, that should be dealt with privately until obviously it should be handled. But it's like instead of doing that avenue, it's like, oh, so and so sent me these text messages, so I'm just going to post them on X.
Yeah, for clicks.
Yeah, and it's like, and a lot of times taken out of context and all this, and you just see it, and I'm like, that's a form of slander.
Yeah, and what's the point of slander? And I think that Alistair Begg in that sermon that you sent us, what is the name of the sermon? I've got it pulled up. Saying no to slander. If you can look up Alistair Begg saying no to slander, it's a fantastic sermon.
Yeah, it's great.
Absolutely great. And I'll probably play a clip from it here in a minute. But he said it's self-promoting. It's to build yourself up and tear others down. And it's absolutely true. When you think of like, even in your own personal life, when you slander someone, is it not to build yourself up? Like, I mean, I can't name a time that it probably isn't.
Yeah.
It truly is to like make someone look worse than they are, to make yourself look better.
Yeah.
Or to have people like what you have to say or get clicks, or it's very selfish. Let's say at the very least,
they made this decision, but in my infinite wisdom would have made the better decision.
Yeah.
Or it made the better or whatever.
Yeah. And there's a balance in it too of like, trying, like you said, with truth versus non-truth, stuff like that. So there's times of, because people would I remember like we have a comment on one of our videos of like we did on biblicism, and someone's like, you're slandering all biblicists or something like that, which we didn't even mention anyone's name, I don't think, in that.
No,
but it's like, well, no, we're not slandering the person, we're just pointing out errors we're pointing out like, hey,
Yeah.
avoid these errors.
Yeah.
And we weren't even talking about people specifically, but if it's, there's a balance in that of like, okay, well, you can't avoid truth in a sense.
Disagreement is not slander.
That's what I was. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah. So like and the funny thing is like even you mentioned biblicism is like honestly, that's only a particular type of biblicism because in a certain degree, all of us in this room would say, yeah, I'm a biblicist in this sense,
Right.
like in this sense, but not in this other sense. Like,
and the difference is we're not saying, like you said, it's a disagreement versus saying like we've had many reaction videos, and maybe I'm sure if you went through our catalog, there's probably a slander in there. Like
unfortunately,
unfortunately.
I mean, there certainly is. I mean, it's just we're sinners.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to paint it like no, we would never. Now whether it's intentional or not is a different story. If we misrepresent an argument, and it's like, hey, let's say we did misrepresent biblicism on here, like. There's a difference between it being completely unintentional versus completely intentional.
Yeah, there is. And
what we see online a lot today is completely intentional. They know this is a complete lie about this person. We know Erica Kirk did not kill Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
But I'm going to blast that on the internet.
Yeah, I mean it's even like, even if they aren't, like, even if they believe it, it's not
unhelpful.
It's unhelpful, and plus you don't know. Like even if you're willing to believe that something crazy like that, like it's like, okay, but do you have the proof? Like, do you have like witnesses and all that? And like we've completely sidetracked the way that the Bible says to operate within the church, and that's to have 2 to 3 witnesses.
Yeah,
and that's to have and then to confront the person. Now again, when you're dealing with someone like a false teacher, someone who's actually like teaching heresy and making Christians fall away into this deep error, that's different. If a person has a public ministry and they won't listen to step down or to stop preaching those things, then it is a good thing that men protect their sheep and go after these people. Or like even people just saying, hey, here's some inconsistencies. That's not slander. That's not slander.
Yeah.
This is what this guy teaches. This is why it's wrong. That's even that. But to say their intentions, if I was to say the person's intentions in his heart are these things, now I've entered into the realm of slander because I can't know that. Unless he specifically said that from behind, like a false teacher says it from behind the pulpit, here's my intentions. No one ever does that. And it's like, it's just like, hey, let's stay away from what we don't know, that only the Lord knows, and let's stick to what we do know. And that will even help with this issue of slander. But anyway.
Yeah. I like what you said of with the witnesses and stuff like that, especially when it comes to, which I think a lot of form of slander that is the acceptable kind is usually the subtle, like name calling type stuff and things like that. But that is very important too, of just kind of throwing things out of like, you see this all the time online of people love this type of stuff of the tabloid type. Of like, oh, did you hear about so-and-so did this or whatever? I mean, it happens in our personal life too. Like you said, there's a reason why the Bible puts forward. Yeah. You can't just go accuse somebody of something without witnesses, without evidence, facts there. Like you have to have substance there to be able to go accuse someone.
This is something that we try to be mindful of in every span of life, but even with what we're doing here. I mean, there's times where we've made comments that we're like, ooh, we're going to go edit that out because we think that might be true, but maybe we don't really know.
Yeah.
I know there has been times I've done that, but unfortunately I probably haven't caught them all.
Yeah. No, I mean, we haven't. Yeah.
Like Trent said too, we're definitely, I think literally everyone is guilty of this.
I would, if a man stood up and said, I've never done this or I don't do this ever, again, I don't want to slander him if he says that, but it's like, man,
liar.
I almost want to be like, really? Like, man.
It's like when you hear a guy who said, I've never lusted, you're like,
it's like someone that says, I've never lied before. I'd be like, well, there's one.
Right.
So, but it's one of those things of, and like you said, Alex Trebek brought up as it's an acceptable sin. It's one that's so easy to commit, and he lumps it in with like gluttony and things like this of things that we just especially within our culture, we just accept. It's like we almost don't even bat an eye when there is very when we're doing it ourselves. It's like we don't
think
even
it's funny.
Yeah.
Our culture has gotten to the point to where slander's funny.
Yeah.
And we should be like really upset over it, and we should be taking it seriously. And yet we don't. We share the memes. We share this. We do. You know what I'm saying? That's our culture now.
Yeah.
And it's very hard-hearted, and it's very distant. And it's just like, hey, just for the cheap laugh.
Yeah.
You know, it's for the sake of that, right? And it's like it's an insane world that we live in now with the technology and the way that everybody has a voice to a degree or another, and where you can put these little slideshows or whatever up of like, you know, just these funny stuff. And it's like, you know, I get it. Satire can be funny, and I'm not saying all satire is bad. I'm just saying that it's hard to kind of, because even like leading someone to an assumption without saying anything directly is still slander.
Yeah.
And that's convicting. Like that's really convicting, because it's like, well, I'm not saying they believe this way. But, and I'm not saying this is their intention, but man, it really does seem that way.
I mean, it's kind of wild.
You know, and that's slander. I mean, it leads to it at the very least.
It's kind of wild. We were just talking about maybe an hour ago about, you know, Alex Preddy, if you've been keeping up with that. Then you got, and I'm assuming a courtroom. I don't know the full context of it, but you have was it a senator?
Something like that, pulling up a picture saying, oh, you know, kind of to use as proof of what happened. The picture's AI. And I'm not saying he did it knowingly. Maybe he didn't know. I don't know. I'll assume the best. I'll give the benefit of the doubt there. Yeah.
One of the ICE agents doesn't have a head.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
They didn't look at it real close.
Didn't even use a good AI.
Yeah. So
he did the free trial.
The funny thing is even before the what's funny about that particular one is like, even before the head was pointed, like y'all pointed at the head that was missing on the ICE agent. It's like, even before that, you could tell it was AI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it was obvious, but it's just, I don't know.
That's a form of slander.
It is.
I mean, it absolutely
it for sure is, because it puts people in danger. It's why I kind of, I don't know if if you go back and listen to the episode we did on Nick Fuentes and like this obsession with like everything's Israel, right? And it's like, that's slander. And I know that people are like, oh, you know, Israel's to blame for all this stuff. And I'm like, bro, I know that you don't think of it because it's not an individual person, but you're slandering a whole people group.
Yeah.
With not facts. It's just like, and again, we've talked about it. Yeah, you can have a balanced view. You don't have to agree with everything Israel does. You can point out the evils that they do and everything. I'm not saying that, but it's like, man, they run everything. Like, all of our media is ran by them, and it's like, okay, where's the proof?
Yeah.
No proof.
Well, even
it
then,
just is.
it's
right.
like you said, you can point out and go, well, look at Israel's done this in the past, and that's bad. And then you attribute what the political nation of Israel has done to someone who's spent their entire life in America, has no connections to Israel, just happens to have a slightly larger nose than you, and you know,
and maybe some curly hair.
Yeah, and some curly hair, and you go, well,
and a big fat bank account.
And you go,
Sorry, slander.
that's a good form of slander.
Yeah, no joke.
But anyway, and then you attribute that, and that's what I've always pointed to. I'm like, you can't do that. You can't do that with any community of people of going. It's the same thing of what the left does to you know, all right wing people. All you see it going on with ICE right now. It's the same type of mentality of going, well, because you know, not that I've seen anything, but if there was an incident where an agent did something wrong, it's like they would run with that for forever and just, all of ICE is bad.
Yeah.
You know, defund the police, defund the, you know, all that stuff. It's like, you've seen that.
When you're slandering people groups and you're like, well, I'm not saying every single, you know, Israeli is evil or whatever, but it's like when you're, or ICE agent or whatever, and I'm sure there's some bad ICE agents.
Oh, of course.
That are doing probably some terrible things. But my point is like, when you assign that to all of them, you start giving this idea to a people group or to a group that has this job or whatever. And it's like, you start assigning it so often and so often, you're breeding hate. and the slander is harmful. Even if it's to a people group, like, do you understand what I'm saying? It's like, if it's not factual, my point is as Christians, we have to be people of truth.
Yeah.
We must be people of truth. We have the ultimate truth, and we don't need to be sidetracked and bring reproach upon our message of Christ and the gospel for the sake of laughs or just getting clicks. Because we're not truthful. It's like, we need to be people that investigate before we say something. We need to be people that are slow to speak and quick to we need to be those people. And in our culture right now, this is a battle, and I don't see Christians doing well with this.
No.
Including myself.
No. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not pointing the finger at them, but I don't see the Christian community answering this well at all. I see more fighting online with Christians against Christians and everything else. It's so bad.
And a lot of it isn't even just the fighting of like you said, just disagreements and stuff like that. Because it's like, okay, there's tons of
people.
There's people in our close knit circles and stuff that we have strong disagreements with. But it's the assuming intentions. It's all that of it's the name calling, assuming intentions, and you see that for sure with something that's like over the past year or so, thought of is the subtle thing that I've noticed is, like you said, Kirk Cameron's a good example of going, oh, well, you just see a little snippet of something he said where, oh, well, maybe hell isn't eternal, and then he's a heretic.
Well, it's even the reason why he says that is because he just doesn't like the idea of
it's
hell.
Things like that. And then we go, but we do that with whole denominations.
Yes.
We do it with whole groups of people constantly of going, well, they're not reformed, so they don't actually take things serious.
Right.
Or something that, or
and their love of Jesus might be way more than yours.
Yeah. It's that kind of stuff of us. Like I said, that's assuming intentions. Of going, okay,
that's right.
This person goes to this church, so there's probably no way they're a believer.
They can't be. Yeah. Like, right.
Without and now you could maybe draw that conclusion by looking at what they believe, but it's like just basing it off of
what we're called to do that.
Yeah.
Like there is, Paul is quite clear of, a false gospel is not a gospel at all. We're to call those things out. For the love of others.
Yeah.
And again, we've said this again and again on the podcast, is that what helps with slander is bringing it under the realm of loving neighbor. Is this loving?
Yeah.
Is this building up? Is this protecting people? Or am I doing it for my own self-interest? In other words, if you're going to call somebody out on something, you have the proof. Even then, if you have the proof, what's your intentions behind it? Really question yourself. Like, if I put this out there, is it just to make a name for myself? Is it just to be seen? Is it just to be heard? Is it to get clicks? Or is it honestly like, hey, I'm worried about this for people, so if this can help.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I think that and that's a subjective area. And I know that we can fall in even that area. So it is difficult, but anyway, I'm going to play this clip. I'm not sure if I really stopped it in a great spot or not, but I love this, man. Go and listen to this sermon.
He looks so angry.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. It looks like he's about to cuss or something, but we'll move on.
Face verse 11 and say, I'm not supposed to slander people, and I have been slandering people.
Okay, he's in James, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, just to let people know.
Yeah.
What should I do about that? Well, first of all, I should repent, which is to grieve and mourn and wail. In other words, is to take seriously what God takes seriously. It is to call sin, sin. It's to recognize that I feel guilty because I am guilty. This is not spurious guilt. I can't externalize this. I can't blame it on anyone else. It is out of my own evil heart that these feelings and attitudes come, and then I give voice to them with my tongue. Yes, it is devastating, isn't it? We need to learn to say routinely with John Newton, I am a great sinner, but Christ is a great Savior. I am a sinner. You see,
man.
Until we recognize that the gospel is for sinners, that only bad people go to heaven, we'll get this consistently wrong. The gospel, the good news, is for sinners. Why did it just say in verse 8, wash your hands, you sinners? To whom is he referring? A different group of people? No, the same group of people. Who are these people? These are the people who have been chosen according to the purposes of God, who have become the children of God through the instrument of God's word, and who now are being fashioned as the first fruits of all that he has designed for us. And it is to these people, changed by God, made new by God, included in the family of God, that he issues the exhortation, wash your hands, you sinners. And then I say, well, okay, fine. And then it goes, don't slander anyone. I said, oh, I guess I better wash my hands then. Because I just did.
I mean, dude, that's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I miss
Good
Alistair
stuff there.
Begg, man. I used to listen to his sermons all the time, and how long has he been retired now? It's been a little bit.
Super long. I don't even think a year yet.
I don't remember. Anyway, listen to the full sermon. It's great. I just kind of pulled a kind of a gospel one out of there because I love the fact that he points to, hey, how do we deal with this? Wash your hands, you filthy sinners, essentially. Yeah. You're guilty of this and take it seriously. Don't flippantly, like a lot of people listen to this, but you don't understand. Like, yeah, it's not that big of a deal. Mm-hmm. No, it's a big deal. And it's like, when I heard that sermon, I was like, man, this is convicting. Like, yeah. And it is a big deal. It's a big deal because especially, it's bad enough when we slander the world. Now take it into the church and we're slandering fellow brothers and sisters in Christ. I mean, man, is there anything, I mean, I don't want to say is there anything worse, but
talk about so disunity. I mean, my goodness.
It really is the opposite of everything that a Christian should be and what should be promoted by a Christian. It's the opposite of how Christ would have us. It's the opposite of God's law, literally. I mean, it is. And so,
when it's just, man, do you hear this person does this type of this thing and it's legalistic and it's like, and you don't even know if that person's legalistic or not.
Yeah.
You just disagree.
Yeah.
And maybe it is.
Yeah.
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 Is the comment helpful though?
Yeah. It's the, like I said, it just all goes back to intentions and stuff. And one of the things that's bothered me, I think I've brought this up before when we were recording, is something I've thought of with hearing, mostly like you get on X and you see these people, the attacking, oh, this person's lying about this or they're covering this up or whatever like that.
Yeah.
And something we need to think of is like, okay, just because it's online doesn't separate, like these are real people. Yeah. And a lot of times it's like I see this and it's accusing other people who are believers of things with no proof of just going, oh, they're hiding something or they're lying and stuff like that. It's like, that's something you really need to think about for sure. Like you said, it's one thing to do it to the world, but it's another thing to do it. You're doing this to
the bride of Christ.
The bride of Christ. Yeah. You're doing this to someone who is also the bride of Christ. Like it's a universal church here. It's like, just because they aren't sitting next to you in the pew. And that's one thing that's, which nobody has pews anymore, but chair or whatever. But that's one thing that
bring back the pews.
Yeah, bring back the pews.
I like the name.
Yeah. But one of the things that always kind of cracks me up is you see these people, and it's inevitable. I think it does show, like, the difference between online is like these people are super harsh online and just blunt and how they handle people, and then they sit down face to face with these people
and they're completely different,
and it's just it
drives me nuts.
Put the gloves on and they're like, hey, we're your brother, and like it's just they're so friendly and just like so nice, and then the person leaves and then it's back to
they get behind their keyboard and they're keyboard warriors. Like it's almost like I mean, in certain times it's like you want to ask yourself, and we're all guilty of this to one degree or another, it's like you face to face with people, and then like when you're away, it's like maybe you're not putting it online, but it's like, I don't know about that guy or whatever. And it's like, it's honestly, as men, we should be saying this is cowardly.
Yeah,
it is.
I get particularly disturbed when I see pastors do it. And I just honestly think if you have any type of pastor or anybody in Christian leadership who I understand if it happens once, but if there is a habit of slandering on social media, have nothing to do with them. Like literally nothing. Like I don't know why would you follow like, oh, this is a pastor, and like literally they have a side hobby of slander.
Yeah,
That-
I think
yeah,
it's,
it'd be
I think it's just
concerning.
very,
It's
it's
extremely
very concerning,
concerning.
very dangerous. I think.
I mean, you have a pastor who's like coming up pretty big in our circles who is saying the average woman on social media is retarded.
Yeah. Yeah,
He
it's
is slandered like most women in America.
yeah.
Like,
No, I mean it's there's some things that, again, people get behind the keyboard and they think it's not reality or something.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't say this in front of people's face a lot of times. And again, are we any better when we go and maybe we're not on social media, maybe we're not behind a keyboard putting it out there for the whole world to see, but are we saying it to our kids? Are we saying it to our wife? Are we saying it to our friends at church?
Yeah.
Are we implying this to other people? And although it might not be on the same scale, it's still public in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because look, I mean, if you're in a group that'll listen to slander, and this is also convicting, even listening to slander, it's like, am I the person that's going to go and repeat this? Is this factual to me now? Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, people are like, well, I think, and all of a sudden you start buying into intentions and judging.
Yeah.
That's the real big one for me.
yeah. Did I go, ooh, when I heard
we
that?
can talk about what people believe, and we can talk about disagreements, and we can talk about things that people have said. That's facts, and that's okay. Like, we can discuss those things.
Mm-hmm.
But when you start prescribing intention behind it, what's the intention? I don't know that you can go there unless you have a very clear false teacher that's making a ton of money off of deceived people, and like he's doing it for the. Like, I'm not saying it's never proper. Like, it's just, it needs to be thought through, and it needs to really be based on facts.
Yeah, that's also
that's it.
You're calling out a very public sin in that case, and it's true.
Yeah.
Is the difference, but a lot of the things that the average person would fall into, chances are the thing that they're gossiping or slandering about probably isn't even a matter of sin.
Yeah.
I mean, probably not. It's probably a preference or a wisdom issue or whatever.
But it gives a negative sense to the other person.
It does, yeah.
Yeah. And one of the things you said earlier, like, okay, we're a people of truth, and that's important.
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't want to swing too far the other way to where you everything's just fine and dandy all the time and stuff like that. Because it's like that you've been in conversations like we've experienced this in this, not in this room, but like y'all have in this room of where a false teacher
in this exact room.
in this room we had a false teacher. No, I'm just kidding. But no, there was a false teacher in the church, and it's like, okay,
he had to be confronted.
yeah, it's like, and with any form
By
of like
the elders.
church,
Yeah.
any form of church, but it came from the congregation of saying,
Hey, this guy's teaching.
hey, this is what he's saying in private. Like, this is concerning. And then after a little bit, okay, well, one person said this, two people said, and then you build up the multitude of witnesses and saying, and then you confront the person. And it's like, so there is a sense of like, okay, there still needs to be, but that's not even slander.
No, that's not slander. And by the way, in that situation, typically what happens is they try to correct the guy personally when they're talking to him and say, hey, you can't teach that because this and this and this, and try to correct him. And it's actually like heresy.
Yeah.
And then it's like, but he refuses to listen, which would be, okay, biblically, you've confronted him one face to face.
Yeah.
Now you start getting the 2 to 3 witnesses and stuff like that. And then the elders confront them. And it's like your leadership confronts them. It's not just you. And I'm not saying that that's never right to do, but it's like typically, especially a teacher rising up within the church, that is asserting himself and teaching false things. Yeah, that's
something that Scripture gives us a clear guide on versus, I think, what Trent was saying too, is like, but more commonly what you see with like, that's not slander. That's just a form of protecting.
That's protecting the sheep.
Yeah,
and it's like you're actually
that's
focused
loving
on
others.
truth.
That's loving neighbor.
Loving neighbor. But what normally happens is it's not that. it's normally
it's usually, did you hear so-and-so went and saw this movie, and it's got a lot of stuff that I wouldn't watch. My conscience, I couldn't believe that their conscience let them watch.
Yeah,
That's crazy. It's usually
like
crap like that.
It's spreading. It's usually in the form of gossip. Is really where it comes from. It's that subtle. It's not a sin issue. It's where you would go confront this person. And sometimes it is. Sometimes you see this where it's like that person genuinely believes it's sin. And then, the response should be, well, you should go confront them.
Yeah.
You should go talk to them. That's the one thing that drives me crazy is, and I think we've all been guilty of it to an extent, but is there be people who view a particular, especially conscience issues of, drinking, whatever it is, and they say it's sin. And I'm like, well, then why aren't you, if you think that person's in sin, you should be following the next steps.
Yeah, one of the things that I try to ask now when I hear something about somebody that let's say, for instance, it's a kid or something. It's like, hey, this person said that your kid said blah, 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 blah. I'm just using this as an example. I'm not saying it happened. But, well, who said that? Like, I need to know because there needs to be a witness, right? And it's like, so, and it's kind of one of those things is like, do the investigation. Like, it's fine. Like, I'm not saying like they're wrong, but I'm also not going to go like rail on my kid for something that somebody
that
said.
Billy Bob on the playground who picks his nose.
Right. It's like, it's like, it's this, it's just being thorough, man. Yeah. That's it. It's not about like, I don't believe this person or like they have bad intentions at all. It's like, let's be thorough and let's go about this biblically is the point. And
and I think we often, when gossip is addressed, usually people just go, that's like a woman thing. Like women do that.
Yeah, mostly.
But it's also men. It's definitely it's both. Now it looks different. It looks different. There's a lot of things that women gossip about that I can give two craps about. It's like, oh, you're still talking about this? It's like, but men do it. It just looks different.
Everyone. It's also one of those, which we were talking about, acceptable sins.
Yep.
In that, it's like gossip, slander, all these things of just, it's so easy and so acceptable that we don't even bat an eye at it. We just do it. We don't even think about it. And, but it is something we should, and like I said, there's guardrails on each side of like, you don't want to go, because it's like, we were talking before recording about Mike Winger putting out those videos with Bethel and stuff like that, where it's like there's like cover-ups.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, that's the opposite of what they should be doing.
Well, I mean, they're public ministries.
Yeah.
And they're covering up blatant sins.
Yeah. And one of the initial response by one of the guys from Bethel or whatever was kind of like, we don't want to like publicly shame people and stuff. And it's like, well, no, you are putting this guy forward publicly. Yeah. He commits sin that's proved, like, these sins are legit, and then you just cover it up. Yeah. And I was like, that's not how
we're not into cover up culture either.
Yeah. Like, that's what I'm saying. That's like, also a guardrail of like, no, that should have been dealt with church discipline. Like, that should have been brought forward.
There is a sense in like, it takes wisdom, because it's like you have James writing like, hey, don't slander, the tongue sets a forest of fire. Like, who can even tame the tongue, right? And that's true. None of us can tame the tongue on our own. We can't. We need the Spirit to help us, and we need the Word of God preached and convicting, and we need to help one another in this. But it's just, then you got Paul, who talks about how he confronted Peter face to face. And it almost sounded like it was in public before everyone. Like, it's like, well, I mean, and it's like, okay, there is a time that people, even for the love of that person, like, it's not like Paul didn't love Peter. Obviously he did, right? Yeah. I mean, he had a love for a fellow apostle. I mean, obviously, and saw himself as the least of the apostles. So it's like, it's just, so did he do it out of self endorsement? No, he did it for the sake of Peter too.
Yeah. You did say we could help each other, and I'm just thinking next time somebody is slandering, and I'm in their presence, I'll just go shh and put my finger to their lips and go shh, church, and they'll just walk away.
That's the solution.
That's it. That's how we help each other.
I don't know. I guess
I'll never slander to you again or talk to you ever.
Yeah.
I just think with social media, I just think there's something that pastors really need to start taking seriously with their congregation and start maybe working towards. I don't want to say put something in writing or anything like that. I don't know how to cure it. Like, I don't know how you do this, but it's like start like really maybe seeing that, hey, this is something that no one in the history of the church has really dealt with to this degree.
Yeah.
Slander's always been a thing, but
now I would define our culture by it.
The publicity of it and how it can be seen publicly. Like in the past, you had some newspapers and that was it. Like, I mean, you didn't have like, not everybody had their own letter that everybody read.
Yeah. Or it was like personal stuff of like what you said. So it's like in the past, maybe it was, I hear something about, Bob that lives
down the street
or, in a different state. I just happen to hear something about this guy who maybe has a name. Yeah. And I tell my community about, oh yeah, that guy's an idiot or whatever. And it's like, but now what you see is, well, I record myself and we're recording ourselves, but and then put it out and then, whatever, 1,000 people see it. And it's like, okay, well, you just got 1,000 people. Well, maybe you got 1,000 people to agree with you. Let's say that at least on that of just something you made up.
And for us, it's thousands.
Yeah.
And thousands. Not really.
But it's, you see that where it's like people put out these like Instagram videos after an event happens or something like that. And it's like, they could be completely lying, but they'll get people to believe them.
Yeah.
And then those people will just move on without even checking the facts or checking if that's real or, or if this person was even there. And it's like, just so they can make a name for themselves.
People just make these grandiose statements. I mean, one of them that that was interesting is like, kind of going back to the 9/11, like all the Jews knew that were in the building and they stayed home from work that day and none of the Jews. So obviously Israel was, they were the ones that, were responsible for 9/11. And it's like you research it and it's absolutely not true.
Yeah.
Like there's no proof at all. Like, matter of fact, the proof points the other way. Oh, yeah. Whoa. Okay. Anyway.
The proof was shocking.
Yeah. It's shocking. Anyway. Just I think as a church, we just need to be more mindful of it, that we're not partaking of it with social media. Like, man, if you're helping like share videos and stuff like that of a guy that's full of slander, it's like maybe think that through. Mm-hmm. Like maybe start, I don't know, unsubscribe to him. I don't know what you need to do. But it's like, we shouldn't be glorifying these people and saying, look, I know that they got a lot of messiness, but we really can get a lot of good out of these people. I think honestly, they need to be shamed.
Yeah.
For their sake. Like it's a shameful thing. Yeah. It really is. And to lie and to mislead and to bring harm to others, I don't know why we think it's a good thing or to promote. Yeah. That's convicting. But Anyway, we're going to go to our segment. I do miss our intro music to segments.
Let me see if I can.
Yeah, let's see if we can pump this up here, man. Let's guess. There it is. Yeah, it's a little loud, but yeah.
Yeah, I'll turn it down.
Is it manly?
Yeah. Golly, that's so loud. I mean, we recorded that like max volume.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I do. For video's sake, I
don't think we've played any audio off the board since we've been doing video.
It's been a long time.
Yeah,
we did a couple times, but it's rare.
Watch YouTube. I already know it's going to be like copyright.
Yeah, we'll get a copyright on this. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to talk over it a lot.
Yeah, it's such bull crap.
We got
Is it free use?
It was a free use.
It is free use.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Anything. They hit us with it's not copyright strikes. It just is like letting you know you're using copyright. We played that. The last thing we uploaded, there's the thing of Jameis Winston talking.
Oh, yeah.
YouTube flagged that as copyrighted material.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I'm like, dude, that's crazy. It's just like a 3-second
Yeah, we did like a 3-second.
Yeah, dude, it's insane.
I thought that there was like realms where you could still do it if it was so long and stuff like that.
It's not, like I said, it's not a copyright
strike.
It's just letting you know, hey, this is copyrighted material. So whatever news
thanks,
network
YouTube.
or something. Yeah, I'm like, cool.
You know what? Use my stuff, YouTube. And
Yeah.
I'll get you with the.
How do you copyright a live broadcasted like? It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's posted on your site.
Yeah.
You have it, YouTube.
Yeah. What I'm saying is
Yeah.
even something like you can't copyright something live.
Yeah.
Like the Donald Trump's speech is copyrighted. It's
Will
like,
we
bro,
ever
you
get
can't
to
do
the
that.
point, like, let's say that we get successful in our podcast, which whatever. I mean, we're already hitting on all cylinders, guys.
Yeah.
Our 60 views.
Yeah. Look at our posters.
Yeah.
He failed to mention it's just a 2-cylinder engine, you know?
Anyway, do you think that we'll ever get to where, like, if somebody used our content, like, we would be like, man, we're copyrighted. You can't use
I mean,
that.
even at this point, if someone like takes our video, the problem is I always select allow
Yeah.
so that people, if
I wouldn't care.
wants to take us out of context and
Slander
repost,
us
yeah,
and-
it's like
I mean, I don't want them to do that, but, like, if they did it.
if
it's
they
just-
did, I'd just be like, all right,
I'd be fine with it.
yeah,
Yeah, go watch the whole video is all it's
Yeah.
All right, so Is It Manly? It's back. And
oh yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, that's what we're supposed to be doing. We've kind of forgot. We haven't done this. Man, I'd like to bring this one back more
In fact,
often.
actually, real quick, if someone wanted to take our stuff and slander us, but they had a big platform and it would boost our numbers, I'm okay with that, actually.
Yeah, I mean, that's good promotion.
Yeah.
So,
All media is good media. Right?
Joe Rogan, would you like to slander?
Yeah. Well, it could be truthful.
Yeah, these guys are idiots.
There's plenty of things they could find. Yeah, they just put out, hey, these guys are kind of idiots. So we're just like,
Yeah, that's
Got
all he
us.
says. Like,
Yeah.
these guys are stupid.
yeah.
And then it's not even slander; it's just accurate.
It's just an accurate statement.
I'd be like, thanks, Joe Rogan, for the attention.
I'll come on so you can call me stupid to my face, though.
All right, I'm gonna throw these out there.
Mr. Rogan.
Is it Mr. Rogan?
Can I call you Joe?
All right. Is it manly? This is how this goes. We ask a question, we all answer it, and it's just for fun. Is it manly to wash your own clothes if you're married? Come on, guys.
I do it, but it's definitely not.
Yeah, it just is. Like, I don't know if it's manly or not manly. It just is. I do know that I get gotten on to because I don't separate the whites and the darks and all that.
Does any guy ever do that?
No,
I have never separated whites
never,
and darks.
and I've never.
You know why? Because I'm not racist.
Yeah.
I like.
We got past that in the 60s.
Yeah.
Separating whites from darks.
I have a separate washing machine for the darks.
You got to go to the washing machine in the back.
Separate water feed and everything.
Yeah.
It's like you don't want them to intermingle.
Yeah.
You end up with them interracial clothes.
Which has never happened to me. I've never had.
Oh,
I've washed brand new, like bright colored stuff with
I know.
other things in it.
Look,
never-
Babe, you don't need a second closet. This is ridiculous.
it's
Black shirts in there.
it's the if you do buy like a very deep colored like new towel or something, it'll mess some stuff up.
I guess maybe I have had a.
But once it's been washed a few times. Yeah. But anyway, that's not mainly that I know that. Is it why? So washing, it's more the folding of clothes. Like washing clothes is fine. Like you just throw it in there, you let the washing
You're not
machine
really
do it.
doing the washing.
But the folding of clothes is what I feel like is the least manly. Although it's manly to take care of your wife and your family. Okay. But that being said, there is something very, very unmanly about dealing with the underwear. It's the underwear manly. I don't know why.
Even my own, I don't touch my own.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I just
And
almost
then
want
have you ever tried folding your wife's clothes? I'm like, what the heck do I do with this?
Yeah.
What is this?
I don't
I've gotten
even know.
pretty good with chopsticks because I don't touch underwear. I even fold with them. I'm pretty impressive.
I don't fold. See, that's the difference. Is like
I
there's
don't
very
fold
few
underwear, yeah.
things I fold. It's like sometimes I'll be helping Lana like put stuff up, and she's like, "Here, fold your," and I'm like, just shove it in.
Shove
the
it
drawer.
in there, man.
I'm like,
yeah,
what does it
especially
matter?
if it's underwear. Like you don't
Yeah,
want, you want your underwear to get wrinkled.
Hold on.
Yeah.
And if people watch this, I would love to know in the comments, do you fold your underwear and why?
Yeah.
Like, that's my question is like, who folds their
Yeah.
And people do it like my wife, well, no, does she? I don't know. Anyway, the point is like
Someone go check.
So I'm going to go check my underwear drawer later on.
Yeah.
I'll put it this way: if she does, I don't notice because I just reach in there and grab.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't care.
Pay attention at all.
No.
I for like 2 years straight, I didn't even match socks. I just had a sock drawer, and it was just socks. I'd get so frustrated. This is when I was single, so I had to like wash all my own, stuff. There was no help. It was just me. But
couldn't put those socks together.
And I just refused because it was all black socks, and I'm like trying to like, does this one go with this one? No, they're just in there, and it's like,
too much effort is not manly.
Yeah, getting up early in the morning though, and then when you've already worked a whole week, so you're kind of getting low on socks, and then you're digging through there trying to find a match to go to work.
The worst.
You got like an ankle sock, and then you got a high sock, and they're two different colors. You like,
So-
I'm game.
I've done it.
The worst now is that what I've been doing is sometimes I'm supposed to set my clothes out for work in the mornings so I don't wake my wife up when I get ready. And I always forget to do it. Like Monday and Wednesday I do great, and then by Friday I don't do it anymore because I'm just forget about it. And so then I'll wake up, it's like 4:30 in the morning, and I've got like a stinking like flashlight in my mouth, like a shirt, my shoes, like a belt, and then I'm searching for the right two socks that match, and it never goes well. It's very frustrating.
It is.
My wife puts the socks together. I'm kidding. I'm totally joking. That's bad.
Mondays too. I can't tell you the last time I matched a sock.
Yeah.
I've never matched a sock.
This has only happened a few times, but yeah. It's a few times I've done it instead of.
Okay. Here's the next one.
Okay.
Is it manly to have smooth skin on your hands?
Absolutely not.
No. You gotta have some. You gotta have some calluses on there.
Yeah, I mean,
The real question is, why are your hands so smooth?
Have you ever walked up and like shook a man's hand?
That's really
and
soft,
and it's real soft, and it almost you can like.
it kind of throws you off for a second. It's like, man, how'd you get there?
Yeah.
Like, you know what? And maybe you're a guy that's like, man, I have an office job. What are you talking about? What am I supposed to do? Maybe you're even a pastor. Any of our pastors? I don't know. Maybe you got smooth hands. I don't know. I don't know. I don't shake your hand. I always give the holy kiss. I'm kidding. No.
On the lips.
Much more manly.
Much more manly. But anyway, do some pull-ups. I promise you'll get some calluses on your hands doing pull-ups.
You do one on a
If you're 300 pounds, do one. Just hang there.
Yeah.
Just hang there.
Literally, like last time I did pull-ups on like a bar at a gym, I like looked at my hands and I was like, oh my goodness. Like
There's
it just
blisters
like
all
pushes
over.
the skin up.
Man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's awful.
Do some pull-ups, guys.
Yeah.
It'll
Dig
help.
something with a shovel, rake or something like
Oh,
that.
dude.
Like
Splitting wood with an axe.
Yeah, remember when I was cutting, y'all got to the house and I was like sitting there swinging an axe at like a tree that was down. And I was trying to cut it down, I think. And like, I was just like, didn't have gloves. I was just, man, I was like, yeah, this is the way to do it. This is manly. And then the next day my hands were all bubbled up.
Dude, that
was so
reminds me
bad.
of The Office where Jim goes to close a deal and they're playing golf and Andy goes with him. And he had prepared the day before and he went to a driving range and he said he shot 1,200 balls. And then he goes the next day and his hands are literally bleeding. He's wearing gloves, like nice, like soft, like womanly gloves.
oh dude.
Such a funny episode.
Okay. Is it manly to wash your hands more than just when you want to eat? In other words,
bathroom.
You just, I'm all right. Just saying.
Dude, if you don't wash your hands after going to the bathroom, you're sicko. Like, I'm sorry.
What if you're hands free in the bathroom?
That's fair. I mean, fair enough.
Yeah. It depends. It definitely depends. So
Hands free.
depends.
Depends.
Never mind. I take my statement back.
Takes care of everything.
Yeah. No need to wash.
No need to wash.
Yeah. Well, at least my
If you're always hands free in the bathroom, though, I have another
I might
question.
need to jump in the shower after, but I even hold my hands outside the shower.
gotta keep these calluses going.
He never
You don't want
washes
to put
his
that
hands.
soft soap on your hands.
No, I mean, I think it's probably pretty manly.
How do you
to
wash yourself hands-free?
Your hands will actually get a lot rougher if you wash them a lot,
Oh, it depends on the type of soap you have.
No, you don't use soap. You just
Oh, is that what you do?
Battery acid. Just battery acid. Just
You just just
you
rub
know,
them aggressively.
I guess I was thinking about like guys that just like they're overly cautious about like, oh, I touched this or touch. That's like, man,
no, that's
like,
that's not manly.
Like, look, if you're not willing to like go do some yard work and like touch a shovel and stuff like that, and then like turn around and like grab a hamburger and eat it without washing your hands, look, it's just dirt, man.
I agree.
Oh,
It's just dirt.
I've
Who
done
cares?
I agree.
Like, just be willing.
But like if you go into like a nasty public bathroom or come on.
To eat a hamburger.
You bring it with you. You're like unfolding the McDonald's wrapper. You're in there. Some dude comes out of a stall to wash his hands, and you're like, "Sup?" And you're just eating the burger.
Knocks on the door. It's occupied.
Talking about it. Or just got my fries. Got my hamburger and fries up in here, man. Everybody's wondering why it smells like McDonald's in there. It's like, man, it's like, does your body process the food or does it just bring it back
If
out?
they stand far enough away, they see your feet, but they also see the red carton of fries sitting next to your feet.
And your hand reach down and grab it.
Your unwashed hand. Your pants aren't even around your ankles.
By the way, is it manly to say this reminds me when you do kind of like the check in the bathroom, like when you're wondering if anybody's in the stalls and you look down and see if you see feet. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
do it all the
I
time.
just looked through the little crack in the door.
Isn't that the most? That's the most like disturbing
Well, you
thing.
just see
is
an
when
eye,
there's
you're
like
like,
two. So it looks at you.
Man, I can see. Yeah. Dude, I made eye contact with you. It's one of the most disturbing things is when you make eye contact while you're in the bathroom with someone else.
Oh, it's so much worse too if you know the person. You're like, they know who. They know.
Yep. All right, I'm okay.
I don't know why people.
Wet over here now. It's all right. Said spit on all this water.
I don't know why people are so upset.
There should be a law of all public restrooms should have like a guard. So like when the door closes, some of them will have the like overlap. Yeah, that should be. You know how? Have you ever been to like a Buc-ee's or something, where it's just the actual door?
Yeah.
Like,
come on.
All restrooms should be required to have just actual doors. That's so nice.
Then you go into those really rundown restrooms and they don't even have a door on the stall. It's just wide open.
Dude, when we were in Nashville that one time going to that concert, I remember we were listening to that we were at that place listening to that woman sing.
Are you afraid to say it's a bar?
No. Well, I mean,
it's Nashville. That's where you go to watch music. Okay, come on.
But we were there.
Just watch it, not listen to it. They were in earplugs.
We're just watching this lady sing. Yeah, we were on the other side of the glass. We couldn't actually hear what she was saying. But anyways, I was like,
I'm
man,
looking
I have
at
to
you
like
through the glass.
I have to like go to the bathroom, and I went into the restroom, and it was just a urinal and a toilet with no doors or anything, and I was like, dude. And no lock on the door.
There was no lock on the door?
No lock on the door. So I'm like, who's using this? Like, who? I mean, it made me nervous.
I always think that's for
instead you pooped in the urinal.
Yeah. I've been to bathrooms where there are two regular toilets with no dividers just sitting there. And I'm like, this has to be for competition.
Yeah.
Like who can get done the fastest or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Now I want to go back to Nashville. That was awesome.
That was fun.
Anyway, yeah, I look, I agree on all those points. Okay, so here's the last one. And I've got kind of a, where did I put that? Hold on 1 second.
I just got that song by Stone Sour stuck in my head.
Okay. Yeah, so this is the last question. And it is, can you put on chapstick and be manly? Is there a manly way to put on chapstick? Because let's be honest, you're doing this and stuff like that. It's pretty bad. So we're going to see if this can be pulled off. And so I've got chapstick in here. Never mind that it's been used by multiple people probably. I don't know. But
They said it was new.
They wash their hands after using it.
we're men. We don't care. So
now that we're men.
I have put in here, there's 3 sticks of chapstick. 2 of them are not colored. They're They're just plain. You won't see them on your lips. One of them gives you rosy lips, like kind of lipstick colored. Oh man! And so y'all got to reach in and grab, and I'll get whichever one's left over. So it could be me that gets the lipstick colored one, but you still have to make it manly when you put it on. Maybe the coloring's not. I don't know. It might not be that drastic. It is chapstick. It's not lipstick. So it might not be that bad.
Yeah.
But it's just the fact of maybe.
Yeah. Are any of them flavored?
We got strawberry.
Okay.
One that's so cheap it doesn't even have a label on it at all. And then you've got the one that's
the rosy.
Yeah.
You remember when they used to do that with the chapsticks that like Walmart checkout, you'd see where it was like Coca-Cola or like Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
People eating it?
All right. So I guess I'll have Trent draw first. Don't look. Just reach in there and just grab one. All right.
Don't show it. Don't show it.
Don't show it.
Oh.
It's gonna look really good with Trent's non-beard face.
Actually, it would have been better if I kept the beard for this, but
All right. I got strawberry flavored. It is moisturizing and soothing, which isn't manly. I want one that just kind of keeps your lips just moisturized just enough.
Just keeps the blood in.
it just stops the bleeding.
Dude, it gets so bad. And then you start licking your lips, and it's like, why am I licking my lips? Like, it's worse. Yeah, I don't know what's on that thing, man.
Uh-oh.
You know? Yeah.
This is
What does it got?
dude. It looks like somebody like put it on bleeding lips. It's got stains
It's
on it.
probably lipstick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not going to put this on. It looks horrible.
Oh no.
Yeah, it looks like.
Oh, let's see that. Hold that up to the camera. Yeah, there you go. Yep. Rosy lips. All right. Well, I guess I'll go first since I made the game. See if I can put this on in a manly way. Like, this is like really weird doing this on camera. I didn't think it was going to be so weird. I don't like this game. All right. So
Awkwardly stare at them.
all right, let's see if I can. I figure if you just kind of
Pucker up, Buttercup. Let's go.
this is me trying to be manly. This isn't exactly how I do it, but
Yeah.
you know.
It's not cool.
I know it's not manly.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I think I have an idea of how to make this manly.
All right, Matt, you got to do it, man.
Yeah, since Trent has the.
Yeah, since he's got the worst.
I'm just gonna do it how I normally do it.
All right, go
And
for
we'll
it.
see- I'm terrified.
How you normally do this?
Close your eyes. It'll even make it better.
I've never like saw
you.
myself
Yeah,
put chapstick on, and, which I'll be honest too. Like I might use chapstick once a year. Like I don't really have a problem.
I
with
don't
it.
think I've used it in the past 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, but usually it's like
Are you stalling? Put on the chapstick.
because I don't want this on video.
Exactly. It's pretty bad.
It's like oh no, this one's really soft. But then I usually
Not manly. Sorry.
spread it around.
So far, it's not manly to put on chapstick.
No,
so far.
In the back of my mind, every time I put on chapstick, I'm always thinking like, it seems.
You know what it is. We need the stuff where you actually dip your finger in and like put it on.
Yeah,
manually.
yeah. I feel a lot more manly when I use that.
That's
stuff.
it. That's the
Use my
solution.
dirty hands and wash.
That you haven't washed
Has
because
burger grease.
Yeah, burger grease from eating in the bathroom. All right, Trent.
This is my attempt. This is the most manly way I can think of. Is if I
Oh no, that's cheating, man.
no.
That's cheating. Did it make your lips rosy?
Not at all. Actually, it's a lie.
Oh, that's disappointing.
It might be like expired.
Yeah, great. I'll die now.
Yeah. Anyway, that was highly disappointing. I feel like mine was the worst.
It is gay though. Or
It is.
Not manly.
I am
Not
outlawing.
manly.
This is
That's what I
something
meant
we
to say.
talked about slander this episode about
I feel like I did okay. I feel like that was
a good.
I think if you do it that way, you're okay, and it's not on my hands. Like I'm good.
I think so. I think that this needs to be banned for men.
Smells very feminine.
We have discovered something today that should help the church out, and the manliness of men in the church is get rid of these.
Yeah,
you should just have the stuff that you just. I don't know.
Or
I have a question. This says made in Korea, but it doesn't clarify which Korea, and that makes me really scared. I'm very nervous.
Or like this is kind of like mini deodorant. Like how the roll up. And stuff.
Yeah.
What if they were just the size of like a deodorant?
What if like you can do the roll on deodorant, or you could do the spray? What if we had a spray we could just spray on our face?
That would actually be pretty. But then
your whole face would be moisturized.
Then would you still like pucker up? Just spray.
like you would have this line of really moisturized face, and then you would just be burnt everywhere else.
Yeah.
Anyway,
burnt. What is it? Sunscreen?
Well, it would act as sunscreen, kind of. I would think.
It'd glisten. You just
anyway.
Your face would be glistening like you just ate some really greasy food. And you got real messy with it.
I think we've been talking too long. Anyway, join us next week. See ya.